Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. Trying a new angle today. I'm still at my dining table as I normally am, but I'm facing towards the front of the room instead of having my back to the door because I really want to have my hall light on because that's the only good source of light in here. Without it it'd be quite dark, but if I sit with it behind me I get all the glare, which I'm trying to avoid, although you still get a little bit of the glare off my shiny head. So tell me what you think of this angle. Maybe I should put something back here. Maybe paint the wall green, have it as like a green screen, and then we could review shitty snacks from in space or something, or maybe in the Amazon. Let me know what you think. So today I've got something which I saw in the shop just today, and it's a new thing, so I figured I would give it a go. I love Chippies. Okay, anybody that knows me knows that I love Chippies. It's probably my favourite sort of takeaway food. It's better than Domino's, it's better than McDonald's. I absolutely love Chippies, and nowhere does a Chippy quite like Scotland. And I live in Glasgow, and there are Chippies everywhere, so it's quite competitive. So there are some very good Chippies in Glasgow. And this thing I picked up, from the title you might be thinking I picked this up from a Chippy, but I didn't. This is actually from well, I got it in Iceland, but I imagine you can get it in other freezer places as well. This was in their freezer shop. So this is from Tony's Chippy, who do Chippies type stuff. The only other thing from Tony's Chippy that I've actually tried before is the little sausages, which is similar to that one you see on the packet there. Except they're smaller, they're like half the size. Little battered sausages, and they come in a bag, and they're all right. They're nothing fantastic, but they're certainly edible. And but they do a bunch of other stuff as well. Like they do something similar to a king rib. They do the hamburgers and all that. And I'm going to try all of those at some point because I mean the king ribs. I absolutely love king ribs. So this is their Munchie box. Munchie box. It's chip shop taste straight from the oven. Well, we'll see, won't we? So this is a Munchie box, which has got crispy battered pork sausage and a beef burger with chips, onion rings, and curry dipping sauce. So all the bad things for you in there. And if I can get a chippy taste from home, that's brilliant for me. I'd probably buy this all the time if it's really that good. This was £2 for the whole thing, which to me for a meal, that seems reasonable. It's Tony's secret chip shop recipe as well, and this is new. I don't think they did the Munchie box type things before. There were other ones as well. There was one that had like chicken nuggets in it, and I think there might have been another one as well. But I decided to go for this one because this is kind of the classic Chippy flavour. Now, as you might expect, this is going to be bad for us. There's nothing good about this. I've already had a perusal at the nutritional information and everything, and it's definitely not good for you. A Munchie box. Now, a normal Munchie box in Scotland is kebab meat, chips, doner, that's the kebab meat, pakora, maybe a naan bread. Sometimes you get a wee pizza in there, and then you get the customary salad, which nobody ever eats. So it's normally you get it from Indian takeaways or kebab shops, but all the different restaurants in Scotland have started doing stuff like this now. So Chippy, you'll get like a Chippy box, and it'll have a bunch of different Chippy stuff in it with some chips. And then if you go to like Chinese, even Chineses are doing Munchie box type things now, where you'll get like a bunch of different Chinese things, but they'll be covered in salt and chili flavour, because that's very, very popular. And this is a Chippy one. So let's have a wee read about it now. The cooking instructions on here, basically you can cook it two ways. You can either do it in the wee tin, and I'll show you actually because it comes in a wee tin, right? So it comes in this. So you can either do it in the wee tin and put it in the oven for 45 minutes, or you can, it actually says that for best results, decant product onto a baking sheet, which is what I did. I put it on a baking sheet, and that only takes 20 minutes. And then you flip the stuff after 10. So that's what I did because it would be quicker. And I'm not going to wait 45 minutes for this. Except the curry sauce, you have to put that in the microwave. Now, my microwave is actually broken. So I haven't been able to review any microwave stuff on here for a bit, and that's why. So I need to get a new microwave. So I didn't do that with the curry sauce. What I had to do instead is I kind of just figured out how to heat it up myself. What I did was I got like a wee container and I put the tub in there, and then I surrounded it with hot water from the kettle and just sort of put a lid on it and let it steam. And it seems to have heated it through all right. It's all melted. It seems warm enough, so that will have to do. Now, the ingredients. I'm not going to go through all the ingredients on here just because I'll let you see it. I don't know if you'll be able to read that because it'll be blurry probably, but there's a lot of ingredients, and I've had a quick read through them, and let's be honest, it's a lot of it is bad stuff, preservatives and fat and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, but this product, just to give you an idea, it's 46% chips, 20% battered beef burger, 17% pork sausage, 9% chip shop curry sauce, and 8% onion rings. So there you go. But I will go through the nutritional information because I think that's important. So this whole thing is 430 grams. It doesn't give you what it would be for the whole thing on here. It only says it per 100 grams. Maybe you would split this with someone. It's not that big a portion. It's big enough for one person, definitely, but probably not a big enough portion for two, except unless maybe two really, really skinny people. But per 100 grams, okay, you've got 220 calories. So that's, for the whole thing, about 1,000 calories, which is a lot. You shouldn't really be eating 1,000 calories for one whole meal, except on the rare occasion. Fat, 11.7 grams per 100 grams. That's a lot. So for this whole thing, you're talking about 45. Saturates, 2.6 grams per 100. So that's over 10. So that's over half your saturates for the day. Carbs, 23.3 grams per 100 grams. So yeah, about 100 grams of carbs, which is a lot, of which are sugars, 1.1 grams, so again about 5 grams of sugar, 4.6 grams of protein per 100 grams, so quite a lot of protein, about 25 grams of protein, and then salt would be about 5 grams of salt altogether. So it's not good for you, let's be honest. This is a once a week treat maybe, and that's about as often as you should be eating the chippy. Probably not even that often, to be honest, but we love the chippies. Although every care has been taken to remove bones, some may remain. So this was in the freezer, took 20 minutes to cook it in the oven, and now I'm really, really excited to try this. So I should show you it first. I don't know if I can hold this thing up. Yeah, there you go. So that's the Munchie box. So that's your burger. You've got your sausage there, and it is a reasonably big sauce. So that's about half the size of a normal one you would get from the chippy. Onion rings look like standard onion rings, and then you've got the chips underneath. It all smells okay, and the curry sauce comes in a wee tub like that. So normally I would cover this in salt and vinegar. That's what you do with a chippy, right? But we're just going to try it as it is to get the flavours and stuff. So I've got a chip here. Let's try a chip. Yeah, they're okay. They're chips. Need some salt and vinegar, but reasonably crispy on the outside. Could maybe have done with an extra couple of minutes in the oven just to get them a bit crispier. Chippy on the inside, you know, decent enough texture. Maybe a little bit dry. Certainly doesn't taste like chippy. Chippy chips are way nicer than that because they're deep fried. But good for oven chips. Alright for oven chips. Now I want to try the curry sauce and see what that's like. So we'll get some curry sauce on the chip. That's actually really good. Bit spicy, as we'd expect from curry sauce, but chip shop curry sauce isn't overly spicy. It's only kind of a little bit spicy, but it's nice, and it's got that sweetness to it. It's got all the right flavours. It's definitely nicer than like the Bristol curry sauce that you get in a tub that you can make yourself. It's better than that. It's not as thick as I would like it. I think chip shop curry sauce is usually a good bit thicker, a bit stodgier, but flavours are nice. Now on to the onion rings. Don't expect anything spectacular out of these. They look like pretty standard frozen onion rings. Yeah, battered onion rings, oniony, crunchy, pretty typical. I wouldn't say there's anything particularly special about them. They're just onion rings, but they're nice. Well, the main thing we want to try in this, of course, is the sausage and the hamburger. So, which one do you want to try first? Let's go with the sausage, because I've had the little sausages before, so I want to see what this is like compared to them. And we're also comparing it to a Chippy, because this is meant to be a chip shop taste. So that batter's a lot cakier than I was expecting, a lot crunchier around the outside. Your sausage chippy batter isn't normally really crunchy. It's normally quite soft, with some crunchy bits. It's close to tasting like a chip shop sausage, but it's not quite there. The batter's not right. The batter's a bit too crispy, a bit too crunchy to really be exactly the same, but the sausage is okay. It's quite nice, although, yeah, I would say sausages from the Chippy have got a little bit more flavour normally. They're okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Normal sort of chippy sausage flavour, maybe dialed down a wee bit, and the batter's not as good. Right, let's try the hamburger. I'm really curious to see what a oven baked, sort of deep fried, battered burger will taste like. Let's give it the taste test. True chippy taste, my butt. That's not great. That is not great at all. That tastes like an incredibly cheap hamburger that they've just thrown some batter on. Chippy hamburgers that they deep fry are a lot more substantial. They're a lot, like a good burger has a good bit of bite to it, a good bit of toughness to it. Whereas overly processed, minced up burgers tend to be very, very soft. And that is very, very soft. And you can tell there's onion through it as well, so it's not just pure beef. So it's, yeah, that is like an Asda Smart Price burger covered in batter. Yeah, that's not great at all. Not nice. I'll still eat it, but not great. Crumbs. Wish I'd brought a drink with me. I don't have a drink. Okay, well, £2. It's alright for £2. I'm not going to complain too much. Chips are okay. Very much standard oven chips. The onion rings, standard sort of oven onion rings. So, you know, the chips they're not too thin, not too thick. Pretty reasonable. The sausage is okay. The batter's a bit weird. It's not the same as the Chippy, but it's still nice, and the sausage does taste good. The burger was poor. That's definitely by far the worst part of it. Very, very cheap and nasty. So I wouldn't have that again. And then the curry sauce is really, really good. The curry sauce I would definitely, if I can get like a tub of just that on its own, I'll buy some because I'll have it with other stuff. So does Tony's Chippy really live up to the name? Not really. I think if you were to do this yourself at home, you could probably come up with a better approximation of a Chippy. The thing that Chippies have that you don't have at home, which is why it's pretty much impossible to replicate the taste, is the deep fryers. Because industrial deep fryers, I can't remember the exact numbers, but they fry it at a really high temperature, a steady temperature. You know, you can chuck tons of stuff in it at once and the temperature doesn't drop because they're industrial. But a home fryer, well, the temperature will drop on it as soon as you put anything in, which is why you can't get that proper flavour and that proper crispiness to it like you can get in a restaurant setting. So it's not really possible, I don't think, to make Chippy at home. Plenty of people have tried and claim that it's there, but it really isn't. It really isn't. And this, especially because you do it in the oven, doesn't really get the chippy taste. The sausage comes close, I'll give it that, and the curry sauce does come reasonably close as well, but the burger doesn't. The burger's awful. The chips are, they're standard oven chips. They do not taste like chippy chips at all. And the onion rings are just onion rings. It's hard to screw them up. They're the same as any onion rings you get. In most places, most chippies, onion rings isn't really a thing that chippies do. If you get onion rings, it's normally just the same thing, just frozen onion rings that they chuck in the deep fryer. So they're all right. Overall, it's quite nice. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. It is quite good. I do like the sausage. I think I would rather have had 2 sausages than a sausage and a burger, just because the burger was pants. But it's all right for what you get for £2. It's certainly enough food. But I think if I want a chippy taste, I'd definitely just go with the chippy. But I'm going to try some of the other stuff from this range as well, just to see what it's like. And you know, if I can get a fairly close approximation to a chippy, I would buy it more often, because I just don't go with the chippy that often, just because it's, you know, it's extra, it's expensive going at the chippy, rather than just cooking at home. But you know, you pay for quality. I want to say quality. It's not good quality chippy food. It's all terrible for you, but it's nice. Well, that'll do it for today. I think that was Tony's Chippy. Let me know if you've tried any of their stuff yourself, and let me know in the comments, because I'd like to know if you guys like it. And you know, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the wee bell to get notifications anytime one of my videos comes out. And just go on the channel, have yourselves a Snack Tube marathon. Plenty of videos on there to check out. And let me know what you think of the new setup here. I might change it. I might try a few different things just to see what I'm happy with. And yeah, that'll do. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.